When her life was dominated by an aristocratic father, made her a schizophrenia. Hello, today we will analyze the short stories mentioned certain American life combined with detective storytelling mixed with atmosphere, the horror of a gothic novel. If you are ready, please watch and listen.
911, where is your emergency?
Emery Gerson's psychology was analyzed by many, although it has been analyzed that they vary, but we can describe characters. And even though psychological analysis, she said that Miss Emily's schizophrenia was caused by her aristocratic family life, and her life had changed and those allowed her. The story is a story that deals with post-Civil War transformations, with Emily representing the resistance to that change, and this shows a lot of conflict in Emily's life. The story begins with funeral person of Emily Garrison, an elderly certain woman whose funeral is an obligation of the townspeople. Emily is a member of a noble family. After the Civil War, her family fell through hard times. Emily's father would let her get married. Her father died when Emily was 30, which made her unacceptable, and she refused to accept her father's death. Townspeople not only but pitied Emily. After father's death, Emily realized on her father, while he is alive, believing that he will never leave her. He is all she has. After her father's death, the only person who saw movement in Emily's house was Toby, a black man serving as Emily's butler. The townspeople often saw him go in and out of the house to buy groceries alone. Although Emily has no strong ties with her community, but she also kept art lessons to young children in her city. The main reason why she started art was financial problems, because she ran out of money. Over time, Emily comes to terms with her father's death. She falls in love with Homer Baron, the fourth man of a road construction project. They caused some residents to rejoice in this love, and some to disagree, because Homer Baron was a northerner. Emily soon buys arsenic from a drug dealer in town, presumably to kill the lads. However, the townspeople believe she will use it to poison herself. Even her social status had changed, but Emily continues to act mysterious as ever. After that, the townspeople come to inform to the city council. The story has eaten rotten in Emily's house. The city council already knew he couldn't tell her directly about the strong smell emanating from Emily's house. They believed that Toby couldn't take care of the house and something was rotting, without knowing that there was a date. But the city council decided to send someone to her house at night to sprinkle lime around the house, after which the smell disappeared. After Emily's death, Toby disappears from the house, causing the townspeople, who had already wondered what the house had never been opened to look like. The townspeople entered Emily's house and went up to the second floor. When they saw a broken bedroom door, seeing the property Emily bought for Homer, Homer Baron's corpse is rotting on the bed. On his bolster, he had a dimple on his head and a single strand of gray hair.
Giving roses to women who have gone through a tragedy is normal thing. Emily's tragedy was a change in her life. She clings to the path with speed and volatility, hoping that she can put an end to that change. These things really hit her hard. This led her to do cruel things like killing Homer Baron and sleep with his corpse for many years. So, giving a rose is an expression of sympathy for her.
The power of death. At the beginning of the story, Emily's death is told through her own life story. Emily is willing to die slowly in her own house. She is like a skeleton, which represents the release of death. When her father died, she kept his body for 3 days and refused to accept that he was dead. And we also saw that she was the one who killed her lover, Homer Baron. She poisoned him and locked him in her bedroom. Furthermore, she doesn't want to lose the person she once loved, so she made him live forever by death. Emily and Homer's marriage reveals an attempt to bring life and death together. This example shows that the power of death over everything, including herself.
The gray hair on the pillow said. She lay on the bed next to the corpse of her declared ex-fiancé. There was also an indent in the pillow, indicating that it wasn't a one or twice event. Gray hair is sometimes seen as a symbol of wisdom and respect. This is a sign that they are living a life full of woe. Full of experience, the stereotype is that men become more prominent with age and women become older.
We think the author wants to convey change by telling the story through the character Emily, who resists change by narrating the content in psychology, reflects various aspects, and has hidden ideas for readers to think accordingly, and the author also wants to convey that death is inevitable and nothing lasts forever, even though it's hard to accept.
Yes, I think so.